Okay. So, I'm going to set this page up right quick here. I got to update the spotlight image. YouTube, Pokemon Spotlight, Regieleki Showcase. Okay. So, now, oh, whoops. Hold on. Get rid of that. Okay, so here is what we are doing. Where do I find Discord? We got the Discord right here. Someone's going to type it before I get to it. Okay, so here's what's going on. I am going to be talking as if I am recording for YouTube, because, you know, I'm recording for YouTube. So if you got any questions, feel free to leave them in chat. I may or may not address them during the video. Otherwise, it will just be me talking, and you guys kind of listening. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, ask questions, answer questions amongst yourselves, but I'm going to go off and talk about this for a little bit, showcase some teams in my team, or some Pokemon in my team builder, and then we're going to jump into the showcase of the battles. So, feel free to, you know, talk about it amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm going to pause your song and come back to it, just because I like to play the Minecraft Steve song at the start of all of my videos. Hold on, I got to get to it. I have to scroll through my playlist. Okay, where's Minecraft Steve? Okay, I like to play this before all these. Anyways, so, welcome. Today we have the spotlight for Regieleki. Now, if you have not seen, this Pokemon is actually insane. It is a Pokemon that, honestly, me and my friends were talking about it for a while before its stats were revealed, and we were like, no, there is no way it hits 200 speed. And one of our friends was like, no, it does. I know it hits 200 speed. I just thought there was no way. Because, you know, the other Regis, they had stats that hit 200. And then Registeel obviously having 150 in both of its defenses to kind of make up for that. But I just didn't see it as possible. Where they would give a Pokemon 200 speed. That just blew my mind. So looking at this Pokemon's stats, honestly, it has 100 attack and 100 special attack. But it's not really meant to be a physical attacker. This is kind of one of those situations where it just got those attack stats for no reason. It was literally given them, and you're not supposed to use them. So looking at its bulk, pretty sad. Its speed, though, is the main selling point. This is not how numbers work, but it basically has double the speed of everything in the format. Lots of things have base 100, but base 100 is not half a base 200, so don't think of it like that, but it does have basically like twice the amount of speed of everything in the format. So it literally outruns everything when they have Tailwind up. Regieleki is just an insanely fast Pokemon. And on top of that, one of the craziest things about it is it learns Electro Web. If you don't know, Electro was a move that hits both of your opponent's Pokemon and gives them -1 speed. It is electric type, however, so one of the best counters, obviously, to this Pokemon is Landorus. But that is made up for by, you know, having a partner next to Regieleki that obviously can deal with Landorus. So on top of that, going over the common partners, I would say that Landorus is not only one of the best counters to Regieleki, but one of the best partners. Not only does it partner with Regieleki on the field, but it also provides a wonderful switch-in for Regieleki. Regieleki's main weakness, and only weakness really, being ground, it allows you to switch in a flying type with Intimidate. Therefore, Regieleki doesn't take any damage. Regieleki also learns Volt Switch, which is why it's such a pivoting Pokemon. It likes to Volt Switch out of there, you know, go into that Landorus and come in later and do a lot more damage at that later point. Another one being Cresselia. People like to run a fast Regieleki with offense and a Cresselia with Trick Room and Helping Hand. This allows you to lead Regieleki Cresselia and go for something along the lines of like a Helping Hand Electro Ball, and then just get a free Trick Room up later after you've eliminated some threat. On top of that, obviously the obvious pair that we haven't touched on yet is Koko. Why wouldn't you want more electric damage? Literally, Regieleki's ability Transistor, which is something I haven't covered yet, it gives it a 1.5 times boost to electric moves. So on top of that, a 1.5 times boost from terrain, or is it 1. I think they might have lowered it. I'm fumbling live on camera, but you know what I'm saying. It's a boost from electric terrain. I think it's 1.3 actually. It gets a boost from electric terrain and allows it to, it's 1.3, yeah. Okay, so the 1.5 special attack from Transistor on its electric types and 1.3 from terrain makes it stack and be incredibly, incredibly strong. Last one I'm going to touch on is Zapdos, and I'm seeing right now I should have put Dragapult, I agree. Honorable mentions are Zapdos and Dragapult. This gives you a physical, strong Pokemon that pairs with Regieleki. Now why that matters is Regieleki, and I'm going to touch on this in a moment here in the team builder. Regieleki actually learns Screech. Now, Screech, you're like, what the heck? I know my Rattata knew Screech when I was playing on Route 1, and I got rid of that instantly. Well, Screech, obviously, as you may know, is a -2 defense to your opponent. Only one of them, and it's not a... Am I back? Am I back, guys? I think I'm back. My internet just went down, okay? That sucks, because I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to have to smash these two videos together. So if you're watching on YouTube, my internet went down. So if I start repeating myself, I apologize. Basically, all I had to say for the end of this was, you got 2 physical attackers, you can Screech. I don't need to add pulled, I'm not starting over. You can Screech, and you got 2 strong physical attackers that can help you counter your ground weakness, which makes up for Regieleki's small move pool. So, now with that out of the way, I don't know why my internet just decided to restart for some reason on me, but we're going to jump over to Showdown for a little bit of a showcase of moves and sets that you can run on Regieleki. So, first one, without skipping a beat, we are not slowing down here. If you're coming back, welcome back. If hopefully no one's screwed over by that weird internet thing. Anyways, so the main set that I want to cover is Focus Sash. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Focus Sash is the best move for Regieleki. If you're looking at these stats, I mean, you can run Timid or Modest. Either one, like if you look at this at level 50, Regieleki, literally with Modest, you still hit 252 speed. So like, I know someone made a joke earlier about being like, didn't we all just agree to run Modest? Because that'd make it easier for everyone. I don't agree to run Modest. I think running Timid is okay in some situations. That aside though, moveset wise, I think Focus Sash is really good. It allows you to live a hit. Obviously, 80, 50, 50 is really bad bulk. So Focus Sash, this is not typically something you Dynamax with a Focus Sash. Your goal is to get 1 hit off, maybe 2, Volt Switch around, and try to position. If you notice here, there's supposed to be a slash here. It's Screech or Electro Web. You might want 3 electric moves with Electro Web, and you might just want Screech. So it's kind of a personal preference here. It could be either. I think Thunder Cage is really cool. I know a lot of people sleep on it, but actually, like, when people are not going to target your Regieleki, this gives you a lot of residual damage. I think it's actually one of the better electric stabs on Focus Sash. That being said, one of the other sets is Magnet. You go the same idea, except you run like Electro Ball, which obviously Electro Ball does more power the faster the user is. Oh wait, you're the fastest Pokemon in the game. So you just run Electro Ball. Magnet just being a, 1.2 times boost. It's just some more multipliers to add onto your 1.5. You can run this one with Coco, without Coco, with that Cresselia thing I was talking about earlier. I think this one does not pair well with Dragapult, or it doesn't pair as well. It doesn't pair poorly. I don't think it ever pairs poorly with Dragapult, but it does not pair as well, because the Sash and the Screeches are very nice. Next one is a Choice Spec set. This one I think you as well run Timid. You just want to be faster. There's no reason not to be faster. So, what you would do here, this is another you can run with Crest, where you literally lead Crest and Regieleki, and your goal is to Trick Room Volt Switch. You want to do strong damage, you want to get Trick Room up, and then you want to come back in the late game, and then start doing damage again. It's a pivoter, it's a damager, it's a breaker, it's a very strong opener. But this is something you could run with Coco or with Crest. Your goal is to do crazy amounts of damage. You're not trying to live, you're trying to one-hit KO all of the threats, and always cover your back, and not try to take damage. This is kind of like the cracked out one. Way too offensive in my opinion, but it's a way people run it, and I think it's something that you need to respect and at least know about. Next one is a Life Orb set. This one I could actually see being a Dynamaxer. I know I don't usually vouch for like really frail Dynamaxers, because like I said, you got no bulk. But if you Dynamax it and bring Coco in, it'll give you a reliably strong hit, which I think is fine. I mean, the Life Orb multiplier, the Transistor multiplier, the Electric Terrain multiplier, can't be that bad. I haven't personally tested this one out, but this is one I think definitely gets run with Coco, and it usually wants to Dynamax in my opinion. I think you're either Specs or you're Sash. If you're Life Orb, you're trying to Dynamax. That's kind of how I look at it. Next one, I don't like this one either, but I've seen it as well. A Light Clay Regieleki. The idea is you have the fastest screens in the game that aren't priority, and you try to set up Light Screen Reflect, and also have that Volt Switch. It still does some pretty good damage. You'd be really surprised how much a non-invested Volt Switch does. So this one kind of goes for the pivot, goes for the screens, tries to set up in people's faces, and it's not run as offensive as, the Life Orb or the Spec set. Still just as fast, though. And the last one, I had to throw it in for the memes. Look, it has 100 base attack, okay? You can't tell me that you wouldn't be tempted to at least try it once with Wild Charge, Bounce, and Explosion. It's the fastest airstream in the game. It allows you to boost the speed of your Pokemon. It has Explosion, which is always funny, which also turns into Max Strike, which lowers your opponent's speed, and then a strong Wild Charge. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Nothing. Don't hate on my boy Physical Regieleki, okay? I know I dissed him at the beginning, but he's not that bad. He's not that bad. Come on. So, that's what I gotta say for Regieleki. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to stay tuned and watch for tomorrow when we upload the games that we're gonna be playing with it. We have 2 teams, so we're probably gonna have 4 battles. It'll be a bit of a longer one. But that is it for the spotlight. I'm pretty convinced that Regieleki is gonna be one of the better Pokemon in the format. What do you think? Let me know in chat or in the comments down below right now. I'm pretty hyped for this Pokemon. Alright, so now that we've been screwed over, it can airstream. Yes, it can airstream.